Corsair Obsidian 1000D, the best high-end PC case. If you're going to do it big. If the Corsair Obsidian 1000D had a slogan, that would be it. Packed front to back with a whopping 18 fan mounts, and enough room for 4 480mm radiators, this massive PC case will keep your system cool, no matter how extreme it is. What's more, the Corsair Obsidian 1000D is a dual system case, so you can build two separate computers here. Just think about it, a gaming PC and a streaming rig in the same chassis. In fact, this case supports up to two motherboards, up to an EATX and a mini ITX, two PSUs, and offers a separate front panel for each of the two boards, with their own power and reset buttons, along with their own USB connectors. In addition to the stellar cooling support, the 1000D features a unique triple-chamber design, with convenient French door-styled storage compartments, and telescoping radiator trays for easy installation. Because it is 2020, of course there is also an RGB lit front panel I/O, with built-in smart lighting and fan control, courtesy of Corsair's built-in Commander Pro controller. The Obsidian 900D has long been our top choice for massive, over-the-top builds, and it's only fitting that the 1000D was designed to knock it off its throne. Unfortunately, although the Obsidian 1000D is an exceptional product, its price tag is just too high when compared to the majority of other cases. For that reason, unless you are in a demand for a two-motherboard case, better skip this one, and choose one that is more fit to your budget. Fractal Design Define 7, Best Overall. Fractal Design has released some unbelievably good PC cases over the years, and this latest refresh follows that trend. The Define 7 is essentially the latest update on the brilliant R6, aimed towards those who love silent operation. You can't hide from Fractal's build quality, it hits you in the face straight away. Furthermore, the brand constantly adds useful features whenever they spot a gap for one, and while you may not always need it, it's great to have these extra options. Looking a lot like the excellent Fractal Design Define R6, this feature-packed case is another versatile option that comes with a dual layout interior, vented top panel, dedicated water cooling fill port under the top filter, and a Nexus fan hub. Add to this the Define 7's extremely solid construction and top-notch finish to make it a sure hit with performance enthusiasts. This line of cases is also highly regarded by consumers who love silent operation, and the Define 7 definitely delivers. This case features similar performance to the older Fractal Design Define R6, and while its cooling performance may be in question, the acoustics are not. Sound performance is very close to its predecessor, with the added quality of life improvements making all the difference. Cooling performance takes a hit with the case door at the front, but you are most likely grabbing one of these to cut down on system noise. The front, sides and top all feature heavy-duty sound dampening materials to give you excellent acoustic performance. If you're looking for top-notch performance with a strong feature set, the Fractal Design Define 7 is worth the money. Cooler Master Case H500, a premium-looking PC case for half the price. For anyone looking for a touch of a high-end PC case, but at an affordable price, Cooler Master Case H500 comes as a great choice. You will get not only the premium looks, but also a great set of features that would satisfy even the most demanding users. A quality built, with swappable front panel, decent storage capabilities, and great cooling options, with support for 4 to 6 fans, depending on their size and positioning, and up to 3 radiators, the Cooler Master Case H500 comes as one of the best affordable PC case options on the market. With full ATX support, tempered glass side and front panel, and coming already equipped with two 200mm RGB fans, and an RGB controller, the Cooler Master Case H500 presents a full package product that is just predestined for success. If you want a case with a bit of exclusivity for a great price, this is the one to purchase. Corsair iQ4000X RGB, Best Premium RGB Gaming Case. Corsair's iQ RGB-enabled PC cases are perhaps one of the most popular RGB cases on the market. We've picked the Corsair iQ4000X RGB case for this collection, mainly because this also happens to be one of the best mid-tower PC cases around. As you can see, it comes with a tempered glass panel for both the front as well as the side. One of the best things about these Corsair iQ RGB cases is that they come with 3 Corsair AirGuide RGB fans pre-installed on the front out of the box. This means you're ready to build the PC without having to spend any more money on case fans. In addition to the ones that are already installed, There's space to add more fans to the chassis. You can install 2 more 120 or 140mm fans on the top panel, along with a 120mm exhaust fan at the back. You also get decent radiator support. There's space to add up to a 360mm radiator on the front, along with a 240mm radiator on the top. You can easily control the lighting of the case or any other RGB lights that you add with the help of Corsair IQ software. The 4000X RGB case also comes with plenty of space behind the motherboard tray for cable management. It's also worth pointing out that this particular case supports vertical GPU mounting, thanks to a couple of vertical expansion slots at the back of the case. When it comes to the component clearance, you can install a GPU with a max length of up to 360mm, and a CPU cooler with a max height of up to 170mm. You also get two 3.5 inches and 2.5 inches drive bays for storage drives. All in all, we think the Corsair 4000X RGB case is a solid option to consider if you're looking for an RGB case for your gaming rig. You can also check out the Corsair IQ 5000X RGB case if you want something bigger. Fractal Design Meshify C, best case under $100. Fractal Design is one of the more high-end case manufacturers. They often design minimalistic cases that have a premium feel to them. The Meshify C is an homage to simplicity and performance. It is extremely rare to see any PC case that even vaguely resembles the Fractal Design Meshify C. The front of the case is entirely made of a mesh material, sectioned off into an array of polygonal shapes to improve airflow. The fan placement ensures that both your CPU and GPU will be getting cool fresh air, and the layout caters to everyone's needs. The Meshify C has a unique style, without compromising on function. It comes with 2 pre-installed 120mm fans, 1 intake and 1 exhaust, a full-sized PSU cage that'll help with cable management, strategically placed rubber grommets and cutouts that'll help a lot with cable routing, and a solid chassis. You can also fit a 360mm radiator on the front panel, and a 280mm radiator on the top panel. The tempered glass side panel and the matte black coating make it a great choice if you want to avoid the whole RGB gamer aesthetic. It's also smaller than many ATX cases, so would suit someone looking for a case that doesn't dominate the desk. And, for the price it comes in at, is in my opinion one of the best value options currently on the market. It can hold just about any setup you have in mind, with exception to something on the very extreme side. But, multi-video card setups and liquid cooling are definitely possible with this case, which is pretty cool considering the price. Overall, the features are here, the design is solid, and the constitution is sturdy. Ultimately, if you don't have more than $100 to spend on your case, but you don't want to sacrifice quality on cheap computer cases, the Fractal Design Meshify C offers a nice middle ground. NZXT H510, universality at its best. The NZXT H510 is a compact and affordable mid-tower case, with great versatility and usability, that make it suitable for both experienced builders and newbies. This case doesn't bring anything spectacular, still, it has everything that the majority of users might need, such as good cooling performance, quiet operations, and of course, stylish looks. The H510 basically presents the upgraded H500 case, therefore, it offers a lot of similarities with its predecessor, such as 7 card slots, plus 2 vertical, support for up to 3 140mm fans or up to 4 120mm fans, liquid cooling capability. It can hold one 280mm radiator in the front and one 120mm radiator in the back, tempered glass side panel, and so on. On the other hand, what is different is the USB Type-C connection that is missing on the older version and is included in the H510 model, where it is paired with one USB 3.1 port, audio connection, as well as reset and power on/off button on the chassis top panel. It also comes fitted with 2 pre-installed RF120mm fans, and is capable of holding graphics cards that are up to 381mm in length, or 325mm when the front liquid cooling is installed. Overall, the H510 provides very quiet operations, it is very well built, and altogether delivers very good value for money. NZXT H210i, Best Mini ITX PC Case. If you're looking for a high-end stylish mini ITX case, you might not want to look further than the NZXT H210i. It takes the latest trends in computer cases, namely PSU shrouds, tempered glass and RGB lighting control, and combines them into a compact chassis. However, the H210i isn't so small as to limit you to the kind of performance you can get if you were to build inside of it. It can hold graphics cards up to 12.8 inches long, and air CPU coolers up to 6.5 inches in height. Ultimately, if you're looking for a feature-rich case that will work with a mini ITX motherboard, and that won't limit you on the kind of performance you can get from your system, the H210i is a solid choice if you have the budget to accommodate it. NZXT H200i, a valid alternative. Every single day, mini ITX gets more popular, and closer to toppling micro ATX. And, it makes sense. Why not spring for a small computer that can get just as much work done as a full tower? NZXT's H200i is essentially a miniaturized version of our favorite mid-tower, the H710i. Built to support mini ITX builds, the H200i is all about packing a high-end system into a compact, minimalistic package. Like its bigger brother, the case comes equipped with NZXT's Smart Hub, and also includes 2 fans, and 1 RGB LED strip. With plentiful support for liquid cooling and full-sized components, the H200i is the perfect compromise between smaller ITX builds and larger mid-sized towers. Lian Li Langcool 2, Best Mid-Range ATX Case. One might expect a lot of compromises in a $100 case, but Lian Li's Langcool 2 proves that there are some excellent options at this price range. You still get features that are standard in more expensive products, such as hinged and magnetically secured tempered glass panels on both sides, RGB lighting, and a PSU shroud that is easily accessible from either side. The interior boasts a tool-free sliding drive cage, and a series of cable covers on the rear to give it a clean look. Cooling support is great for a case of this size, with a removable radiator bracket and removable panel on the PSU cover that allows the installation of rad and fan combinations up to 110 mm thick. Finding another $100 case with this many features is difficult, if not impossible. Be Quiet Dark Base Pro 900, the best case for modders. Originally known for its silent power supplies and fans, Be Quiet entered the case market with a big splash, and has done quite well in the short period of time since its first case launch in 2014. One of its newer cases, the Dark Base Pro 900, remains one of our highly recommended full towers, thanks to its sleek design and enthusiast-friendly interior. The Dark Base Pro 900 Seconds revision comes as an improved version of the 2016's case, with some rather interesting new features, such as the new fan controller, 3 140mm silent wings 3 fans, support for USB 3.1 Gen 2, PSU cover, and an LED strip support. With a good, but rather outdated design, this new case version offers plenty of features and enough flexibility for a serious PC build, including the high-end rigs. The Dark Base Pro 900 is spacious enough for up to 14 2.5-inch drives, or 7 3.5-inch ones. It has 10 fan mounting positions, graphics cards with 472mm in length, eATX motherboards, and radiators up to 420mm in size. The case also features total modularity, with options for an inverted motherboard layout, and even some nifty features like wireless Qi charging, and pre-installed LED lighting. Although there are plenty of cases in its class that offer more appealing aesthetics, more features, and better performance, the Dark Base Pro 900 still presents a quality altogether option, mostly due to its spacious metal and aluminum build, great versatility, and very silent performance, a combination of features that not that many cases can offer. Cooler Master Cosmos C700M, Best High-End Showcase PC Case. The C700M offers basically everything that a user might need: easy reconfiguration, future-proof design, even integrated ARGB lighting. There are numerous expansion options, good connectivity with 4 USB 3.0 ports and 1 USB 3.1 Type-C port, and a 2-year warranty. It provides very quiet operations, and more importantly, excellent thermal performance. The main reason for such quality thermal management is a good airflow design, as well as 3 large 140mm fans in the front, and 1 140mm fan placed in the rear end of the chassis that are included in the package. There is also room for 3 additional 140mm fans on top, and 2 140mm ones at the bottom, but also enough place for all sorts of liquid cooling, including the multiple 420mm radiators. Overall, The C700M is a very large high-end full tower PC case, with great characteristics and looks, and without a doubt the best PC case you can buy for your gaming adventures.
Fractal Design Meshify 2, the best case for the money. Fractal Design's Meshify 2 is one of the most popular cases currently on the market. It doesn't come with a bunch of RGB lights and it doesn't have a ton of clearance for extra long GPUs or super tall CPU coolers. However, what it does come with is a full mesh front and top panel that allow for nearly unrestricted airflow in and out of the case. If you're looking for a fairly affordable case that can take your cooling to the next level, the Meshify 2 is probably an option you'll want to consider. The unit has the latest and most advanced nylon filter that is easily removable and provides efficient airflow. The company offers a unique design with a hinged removable mesh and untied bezel, so that you can conveniently reach the fan mounts. It also comes with 3 pre-installed X2 GP14 fans, and allows for 9 fans in total. 2 fans are mounted on the front panel and 1 on the back, and provide excellent ventilation to the system components. You can also fit a customized water loop with large radiators and reservoirs. Again, its GPU clearance won't blow you away. However, there are RTX 3090 graphics cards out there that can fit inside this case, thus the Meshify 2 won't prevent you from building an extreme system. Ultimately, if cooling performance is your main goal, and you're looking for a PC case under $200, then the Meshify 2 is probably the option for you. There's only one thing about it that you need to ask yourself before smashing the buy button: will you really use the extra room for storage or cooling parts, or can you buy a smaller case and save yourself some space and money?
Lian Li O11 Dynamic XL, best gaming computer case. The Lian Li O11 Dynamic was a hit back when it was released, and this XL version is no different, with the same non-standard layout and one of the nicest designs on the PC case market. This computer case is, of course, meant for water cooling, but that doesn't mean you can't get a standard build in there. You'll just want to make sure you include an efficient amount of fans. This spacious enclosure can support motherboards from Mini ITX all the way up to EATX. And there is an optional accessory you can purchase if you want to fit an EBB too. With the increased size over its predecessor, it is now even easier to install the most ambitious of systems inside. The case also comes with hot swap drives, which is a great feature when compared to your standard cages or bracket mounts. The case features are tailored primarily for custom water-cooled builds, with some added cutouts for different system configurations. Furthermore, everything is almost tool-free and easy to access, which is surprisingly rare with PC cases. There is a lot of support for radiators and fans. The front I/O ports are fairly standard, but it is good to see a USB Type-C involved. There are 8 standard expansion slots at the back with an option to vertically mount your GPU too, supporting high-end GPUs up to 169mm in height. Overall, this is one of the best PC cases we have ever seen, with great GPU cooling, hot swap drives, great rad and fan support, multi-PSU support, and one of the nicest looking designs out there. Phanteks Enthoo Evolve X, the best dual system PC case. Who says that dual system builds have to be in a hulking full tower case? The Phanteks Evolve X takes dual system compatibility and squeezes it into a mid-tower, thanks to the optional ITX upgrade kit, though this will also require Phanteks Revolt X PSU. Even with that second Mini ITX motherboard installed, there's plenty of room for EATX motherboards and power supplies, and ample cooling. Cable management, always a strong element of Phanteks cases, is as excellent as always. Velcro straps and toolless panels help hide all that messy wiring. Other features include integrated digital RGB lighting, a USB-C port, integrated fill and drain ports for water cooling, dual tempered glass doors, and an efficient universal fan hub that is concealed at the top of the case interior. It is pricey for a mid-tower case, but with all this functionality, it kind of has to be. It's thanks to all of these high-end features that the Phanteks Evolve X is one of the best PC cases around today. Corsair Carbide 275R, the best budget PC case. While most gamers enjoy the age of RGB and the aesthetics they add to their builds, some still prefer a minimalist approach. Minimalist solutions also tend to cost cheaper, which is always a nice plus. One of Corsair's latest cases, the Carbide 275R, might just be the ultimate minimalist's case. Aside from a small sale logo on the front panel, the 275R ditches additional branding for the sake of a clean design for the style obsessed. While the design may be minimal, the functionality isn't. It's probably the best budget case you can buy in terms of cooling features, both water and air. There's support for a 360mm radiator at the front, a 240mm cooler in the roof, a 120mm rad in the rear, and 6 120mm fans. You also get a tempered glass window and excellent cable routing inside the spacious case, making this a great option for PC builders of all skill levels. Lian Li 011 Dynamic, the best case for Razer cultists. The worst thing about the Lian Li 011 Dynamic is that its instruction manual is incomprehensible. If you already know how to build a PC, however, piecing it together shouldn't prove too difficult. For the most part, it's a standard tempered glass mid-tower case with a few bells and whistles. For one, it has 3 removable panels. Naturally, this makes for an easy installation. Once everything is in place, assuming you have the coveted Razer Edition, you can get started customizing lighting schemes in the Tri-Snake Company's Synapse 3 software, coordinating it with your other Razer peripherals along the way. Phanteks Eclipse P400A Digital RGB, my favorite. The Eclipse P400A offers a high airflow option for improved cooling performance with its full metal mesh front panel. Through engineering improvements, the Phanteks team have been able to make a new chassis option that gives users some of the best possible thermal performance, while still keeping dust from entering the system thanks to the ultra-fine front panel design. There are P400A case versions available in black or white, with or without fans included. If you do get yourself the digital RGB version, you'll have 3 120mm fans pre-installed behind the front panel. These are connected to the chassis and can be controlled with buttons on the top I/O. Surprisingly, this case doesn't include a rear 120mm fan. The Phanteks P400A is super popular worldwide, and there's a newer, smaller version named the P300A that's incredibly good too, and a P500A that offers even more cooling performance with 3 140mm fans used. NZXT H710i, the best mid-tower PC case. This latest iteration of NZXT's smart case brings a couple of new features to help modernize your build. This ultra-clean and uncomplicated mid-tower from NZXT emphasizes convenience above all. This case includes many of the same trappings of its predecessor, but costs a little bit more and has just a couple of neat changes. The H710i now features a front panel USB-C port, and the ability to vertical mount your GPU with a separate riser. It features integrated RGB lighting around the tempered glass side panel, controlled by the NZXT CAM software, and a built-in LED lighting hub that allows for easy control of the lighting and fan speeds as well. To keep things cool, the H710i features ventilation gutters that run the perimeter of each side of the case, aided by the 4 fans included with the case. Cable routing is where the H710i really shines. This is mostly thanks to a large aluminum slat that allows you to route your cables into the integrated cable channels on the back of the case. This keeps everything clean and clutter-free, and the Velcro straps built into the back help hold everything down. This is an awesome and easy alternative to the rubber gasket solution found on some of the best mid-towers. All in all, if you want the best-looking PC case that will provide quality performance at the same time, this ATX mid-tower chassis should be your primary option.